Open the door, get on the floor. Everybody join the Kaiserborne. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Let's Paint. I'm your host, Trooper 6, and today, as you saw, we got something a little special here. We have something called the Kaiserborne. So, who the hell are the Kaiserborne? Well, they're my homebrew. They're one of my favorite homebrews, and they are part of my Sanguin Heresy project. For those of you that know about my Sanguin Heresy project, you've been waiting on stuff to start coming out, and I did promise probably 3 different ways to do it. Just straight up lore videos for everyone who want lore videos like that, and painting guides even to any of my work or to any of my Sanguine chapters. So we are starting off here. The Kaiserborne, I was going to wait for another day and another time. But while I was looking at Trench Crusade lore, I happened upon something about New Antioch using a Prussian army. And I was like, no way. We're cool? We can do that? All right. Not that we can't do that. But yeah, honestly, Kaiserborne are not exactly the chapter that I flaunt too much. I don't know. I do. And I've had my fair share of ignorant people coming around trying to, I don't know. They're trying to claim anything. Let's face it. We're dealing with a representation of a German army, and people aren't going to like it. But they're also not willing to do their research. So, lore and inspiration. Obvious inspiration is the fact that we have our color scheme, the name, the Kaiserborne. They are inspired by 1914 German soldiers. These guys are more or less actually here to represent, like in my own little homage kind of way, all of those that fought in the Great War. For a lot of people that don't know, I am not exactly a history buff. I don't have time to know my history to the detail of, I guess, what you would call a history buff. I was raised with 2 history buffs in the house. So I probably know more than the, I guess, average person when it comes to like World War II, even World War I. Because let's face it, when people are history buffs, oh, they love the History Channel. And what's on the History Channel? Well, it's mainly just World War I these days. Yeah, they show other stuff and some fucking alien stuff too, because why not? But I am also part German. And I figured, you know what? I want something, man. I want something. I had an idea for a German Marine, so I did it at a convention. And that just kind of spiked into what it is now. My own personal homebrew chapter. So, questions, right? You're probably going to wonder, all right, well, then who's their gene seed? Well, their gene seed is probably, as you would guess it, Rogaldorn. They hail from the big golden angry man himself. I call him angry because he always kind of seems like a bit of a douche. not saying that he, I guess, wasn't justified. I don't know. The Primarchs are basically just giant children anyway, so it doesn't matter. So, yes, my Kaiserborne are descendants of Dorn, meaning that we do not have Black Templars in my Sanguin Heresy. My apologies to y'all who love the Black Templars, because I like them too, man. But I'm not going to have both of them, because these guys are the most zealous knights you will ever come across. All the memes that you would see about the Black Templars would be absolutely true here in the Kaiserborne. They have a motto, their battle cry, Gott Kaiser mit uns, which is German for God Emperor with us. I simply took it from their old motto, Gott mit uns. You'd find it on so much of their stuff. At least back in the day. I don't think they would have it on their military today. But either way, yeah, it just meant God with us. And Kaiser means emperor, so I figured, hey, we'll just have a Gott Kaiser mit uns. And that'll be that. And that's what we have. And I'll be damned, dude. I really do enjoy painting my Kaiserborne whenever I do get the chance to do it. Now, I was supposed to... I still need a very basic looking Marine. I need just a straight up Marine. Excuse me. I just need a straight up Primaris Marine to showcase the paint scheme. And I don't necessarily have a basic Marine. The basic Marine that I have, he's wearing Mark III armor, which is just fine enough. Everybody loves Mark III armor. Right? Don't you? I do. I love Mark III armor. And he looks great and everything. It's just, I didn't have a Black Templar shoulder, and I prefer to have the Black Templar shoulders because, well, the insignia is already there and raised and looking amazing. So it allows for that more of detail. Otherwise, then yeah, I have to freehand their symbol and the flag. So when it comes to the Kaiserborne, some more lore for you, right? You could expect probably a lot of the same things from Black Templars to kind of bleed over into this. However, I would say that their zeal, their faith in the God Emperor would shake anything. That these guys are so hopelessly dependent. They are so hopelessly following the Emperor that he could be chaos, and they probably would not bat an eye. Where he could erupt from the warp and should be like, haha, I am the new chaos god, and you will help me destroy the other four. And the Kaiserborn would probably be like, well, the Emperor has decreed it, so we shall follow. They're probably going to be like that. How can I say probably if they're my chapter? But I'm trying to think of what the hell I was thinking of when I was starting that little tangent there. Well, at least when it comes to the lore, like I said, they are one of the most zealous groups out there. They're almost alienated by the rest of the Imperium. Speaking of the Imperium, they reside in the Imperium Nihilus. Now my brain's starting to work again. Yeah, I was going to do lore videos for you guys when it came to the Kaiserborne. I even have some narratives written and everything. I have a short narrative written for, hell, the introduction video. The introduction video that is supposed to go with my Sanguin Heresy as it is. If you notice, we did change blacks here. We changed from Black Templar to Black Legion. I know, heretical. Right after I was talking about their love for the Emperor, and I'm sitting here like, all right, Black Legion. So, they reside in the Imperium Nihilus, so they are cut off from the rest of the Astronomicon, from the rest of the galaxy. However, rumor has it that they have such unshakable faith that they have not lost sight of the Astra Militarum. Of the Astronomicon. I'm so sorry. You can't exactly hold it against me. How many dumbass words does Games Workshop have? All right. Shut up. All right, I'm trying to give you some lore while I'm painting this. And if anybody knows their models, yeah, we're working with a Black Templar Marshal. So basically, this is... he's not a chapter master, but they would be in charge of their own crusade, more or less. As far as I can understand it, because I am not a Black Templar fanatic. I know fanatic is short for fan. I've used that against people. But, yeah, I'm not a Black Templar hardcore or diehard. So if I did get anything wrong for the Black Templars, you feel free to correct me. That's fine. But at the moment, these guys... they do have a home planet. Working on the name. I know I've been working on that for a long time, but I'm not sure what to do. Part of me wanted to go, all right, their home planet is Verdunica. And then I was like, wait, I can't just name their home planet after a French fucking town that was getting assaulted out the ass by them. Can't just do that. It turned into one of the debatably the bloodiest battle of the entire war. I think it is. I think it officially is the. But either way, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to do that. All right. So it'll probably be named after one of their cities or something. After one of the German cities. Something like that. Until then, like I said, they are residing in the Imperium Nihilus. I have some notes to look at over here. All right. Yep, they were founded by none other than Sigismund, the Black Templar. That has its own thing, its own lore. The Black Templar is... it's not exactly a rank, as it is like an entity, a persona. So to be the Black Templar is to work alone. You're to be more or less in this accepted exile, this honored exile, but you are more or less exiled from your chapter. They'll take someone who's probably significantly amazing in battle. Whoops. And also a problem in the chapter. Maybe he just doesn't quite have the faith that the other brothers have. Maybe he I don't know. Maybe he just seemed a little heretical. Whatever reason you honestly could think that would justify putting so. It's kind of like the Arbiter in Halo. You know, it's a revered, honored, sacred position. However, you're also disgraced. So I always thought that was interesting as a child, was that kind of duality, I guess you would call it, of the Arbiter. So that is my Black Templar, and you abandon your name and your title. So like even if you were a sergeant or something, it doesn't matter anymore. You are now Sigismund the Black Templar. Their chapter master is Willem Falhurst. Willem Falhurst. And I have a Helbrecht model behind me, above my head, that I am going to be painting for him. The problem is, what the hell? What the hell do I do with his what do I do with his armor? That is the question that has been bugging me. What do I do about his armor? Because Helbrecht has like golden armor. I very much do like a uniform, especially when it comes to my homebrews. I like to have a very uniform look. Excuse me. So I've been kind of wondering what I'm going to do about it. And I'm not exactly sure just yet. And it's all right. All right, I did break out the Army Painter. I got the matte white. Partly because my Corax white is inexcusable at the moment. And also missing. I think the top never sealed properly. So the paint just kind of was drying out and going bad. And that honestly, that's just carelessness on my end. That was me not taking care of my stuff. So lesson learned on my end. Even a teaching lesson for the rest of you. Make sure everything is sealed properly. You know, these paints are not the cheapest. They're not going to exactly break your bank. But, dude, they're quality, and because of that, they ain't that cheap. Take care of your shit. That goes for everything, honestly. Just take care of your shit. Things we should have done as children, right? Yeah, my Kaiserborne have been very fun to paint, honestly. They've been great. I'm having a lot of fun doing them. It leaves a lot to do with the armor. So, like, for instance, you see his shins. I could easily do black, white, red. I know this is off focus. There we go. Part of the reason it keeps going off focus is because it keeps wanting to focus back here for the amazing artwork that my daughter did. And it is amazing. I absolutely love it. She got a little carried away at the end of the night, and I was like, dude, you had it. You had it just right. It was so awesome. I was going to rock that for the show, and here you are. Just being a little extra. It's all right. If you're going to have fun, have it to the fullest, right? Oh, no. It's just a mat, and I can wash it. It doesn't matter. Try to remember that, folks. Any parents out there? Try to remember. One thing that my wife kept saying that has definitely helped both of us. It's washable. So much stuff is actually washable that you don't really realize. mostly because you've never had a need to wash it. Oh, I am a silly bastard. I totally meant to actually practice some paint thinning for this because, well, white's a bitch. White is a bitch. Yeah, this one is not coming out that great, and that's okay. Because all of our work later will bring it back out. But we were at 20 minutes, so so far we've got things started. We've got some stuff started. We didn't make it too far into here. I don't want to give you guys too much lore. I do have some stuff written down for them. But yeah, these are my Kaiserborne, and I'll tell you more on the next episode. So until then, I will bid you guys a farewell. Stay happy and healthy. May the Void Father guide your brush. Peace.